Hello friends and welcome to my new video. Today is a special day because it marks 1 year, exactly 1 year since the day I started making these videos. And I'd like to thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel and who have constantly encouraged me with your feedback and suggestions in order to try and improve the quality of my videos. I've had a great time doing these videos and sharing my opinion on cinema, on some of my favorite cinemas with you. And I hope that I continue this journey longer and longer. As you remember, my last episode, I had started talking about 20 of my favorite films of 2021. And in the previous episode, I had listed my films from number 20 to number 11. Today is the second part of that episode where I will be talking about the last 10, the final 10 of that list, from number 10 to number 1. So without much ado, I will start talking about the list. And at number 10 for me is a little known film, which I don't think too many people have seen. It's a Hindi movie called Jamun. It is directed by Gaurav Mehra, and it's a brilliant depiction of this dysfunctional family, each of whom are battling with their own personal issues. At the center of it all is this girl called Chetna, and she is squint. She has problems with her eyes, and that comes in the way of every marriage proposal that she gets. And it leads to her father being very, very disappointed and disheartened. Her father is Jamun Prasad, brilliantly essayed by Raghubir Yadav, and Chetna is played by Shweta Basu Prasad, who is also fabulous in her performance. The film is about this wonderful, beautiful relationship, the bond that the father and daughter share. And, that's really what the movie is all about. And the climax of the movie is surely, it's so uplifting and moving and heartwarming. It's an absolutely brilliant watch. As I said, not too many people have heard or seen this movie, perhaps, Jamun, but it is one of my favorite movies of the year, and it is at number 10. At number 9 is Drishyam II, the superb follow-up by Jeetu Joseph of his earlier movie Drishyam. It's usually very difficult to match and equal a very successful first part of a movie. With Drishyam II, Jeetu Joseph not only equals it, at times he in fact betters it. It's an absolutely fabulous movie, continuing the story of George Kutti and his family and the issues they face and the problems and trying times they have to go through, and how George Kutti, the man of steel, the man of the family, protects his family yet again, is what Drishyam 2 is also about. It's a fabulous movie. It has a slow burn of a start. The first half an hour to 45 minutes is extremely slow, and I think it's a deliberate ploy by the filmmaker to sort of really lull you in a sense of a false comfort before unraveling pieces of the puzzle in the second half of the movie, especially the last half an hour, which is racy and thrilling and full of twists and turns. A fabulous movie. At number 9 in my list is Drishyam 2, the Malayalam movie. At number 8 is yet another Malayalam movie, and it is Rojan Thomas's brilliant Home, which I think, in my book, has the distinction of being the best family drama, not only of this year, but the last few years, definitely. It's a beautiful movie. It's a simple, sweet movie about this character called Oliver Twist, who lives in this house with his wife and sons and father. And it's a movie about his efforts of catching up with modern technology and smartphones, etc., just so that he can have a better equation, a better relationship, a better channel of communication with his sons, with whom he feels this kind of lack of communication and a lack of, you know, being part of their lives. And it's a wonderful, it's a sweet movie. Some brilliant performances by Indrans and Manu Pillai, Srinath Bhase, and Naslain Kapoor. All of them are brilliant in their portrayals. And Rogen Thomas excels as a director. And I think Home is, it came at a time when I had already seen a lot of brilliant Malayalam movies this year, but they were mostly dark in nature and hard-hitting and gritty. And then came Home, this beautiful, feel-good, warm movie. And, I just lapped it up. It was so brilliant. It's at number 8 in my list. Home, directed by Rogen Thomas. At number 7 is a brilliant collaboration yet again by Mahesh Narayanan and Fahad Fazil. And it's Maalik. Mahesh Narayanan's epic tale of a simple man rising up to be a leader of the masses and a gangster may not be very unique or new in terms of storyline, but the performance of the entire ensemble cast of Nimisha Sajayan, Joji George, Dilish Pothan, Indrans, Vinay Fort absolutely will mesmerize you. It's so brilliantly made. And of course, there is the amazing Fahad Fazil. What does one say about Fahad Fazil, which hasn't been said before? He is simply magnificent. And I think in Maalik, he puts in a powerhouse of a performance, which sort of confirms my belief that not only is he the best actor in India, he is perhaps one of the finer actors in the world today in cinema. He is absolutely superb, as is the movie Maalik, at number 7 in my list. At number 6 is Martin Prakat's hard-hitting socio-political thriller, Naata, another wonderful, wonderful feather in the cap of Malayalam cinema this year. And, to me, it's simply one of the best movies of the year. The performances of Nimisha Sajai and Joji George and Kanchako Baban are extraordinary. They play 3 cops on the run after they accidentally kill a person who is close to a local goon who also happens to be Dalit. And, this strong tale of caste politics and, the divisiveness of society is brilliantly brought out by Martin Prakat. And Naata can be a hard watch at times, but it's all too real and all too brilliant in its execution. Naata evoked a lot of polarizing opinions when it came out, but I have no doubt that it is a fantastic movie, and it's the performance of the lead cast which elevates the movie to even greater heights. Martin Prakat's Naata is number 6 in my list. At number 5, not surprisingly, is yet another Malayalam movie, and it is Rohit V.S.'s brilliant Kala. Sumesh Moore and Tovino Thomas star in this psychological action drama, which is not just about the battle between good and evil, but which also makes you question who is good and who is evil. And I'm sure by the time the movie ends, a lot of our views on good and evil would have switched. It's that brilliant a movie. It is very graphic and very violent. Some scenes are extremely gruesome, so caution to those of you who still haven't seen Kala. Be prepared for extreme gore and violence on screen, but it is brilliantly stylized and almost operatic in its depiction, and is undoubtedly one of my most favorite movies of the year. Kala by Rohit V.S. is at number 5 in my list. At number 4 is yet another Malayalam movie. I mean, my top 10 movies is peppered with Malayalam movie, and it's not a surprise because they have just been so brilliant, coming out with one brilliant movie after another this year. They've just raised the bar of Indian cinema by quite a few notches, especially in 2021. And at number 4 is Sanu John Varghese' understated, brilliant movie, Arkarium, and it's such a good movie that it's difficult to explain in words. It's more of a movie which needs to be seen, felt, and experienced rather than discussed verbally. It's difficult to do that. It's about this couple from Bombay, Mumbai, who leave the city during the pandemic and come down to the girl's father's house in Kerala. And, the gradual discovery of a few hidden skeletons. It's almost like a fly on the wall experience where you see a family interact and, who lead us through their seemingly ordinary, simple lives with some great, deep psychological insights. Fantastic performances by Sharafuddin Parvati and Biju Menon, which really raised the film to an altogether different level. But the brilliance of Arkarium, the genius of Arkarium, is its understated magnificence. It's absolutely a superb movie which just needs to be seen. Don't go by reviews or spoken words about it because they don't do enough justice to the brilliance of the movie. Arkarium is number 4 in my list. At number 3 is a Tamil movie. It is T.J. Nanaval's hard-hitting drama, Jaibhim. It's a drama about caste exploitation and human sufferings, based on apparently a real-life incident, the story of a low-caste woman and her fight to hunt for her husband and get justice for him through the efforts of a tireless, socially conscious lawyer. That's what the movie is about. And it can be quite difficult to watch Jaibhim at times because of the brutality that one human being can inflict on another. But it's a very powerful movie. It is a very powerful movie. It can be manipulative at times and make you feel even more strongly and even more with disdain towards the kind of society we are becoming. But that's, I think, what the film sets out to do in any case, and I think it succeeds brilliantly. Super performances from Surya, Lijamol, Jose, Prakash Raj, all of them are brilliant in the movie. And I think, Jaibhim is a movie which has the ability to stir, rouse, and jolt us all at the same time. A fabulous movie at number 3 in my list is the Tamil movie Jaibhim. At number 2 is Shoojit Sarkar's masterful SardarUdham, which is, I think, by far the best Hindi movie made in 2021 without a doubt. Vicky Kaushal as SardarUdham Singh is absolutely magnificent. He puts in the performance of a lifetime, and he's ably supported by a brilliant cast of Stephen Hogan, Sean Scott, Benita Sandhu, and Amol Parashar, each of whom are superb in their portrayals. It talks about a relatively lesser spoken phase in the freedom struggle of India, but it is magnificently done, brilliantly researched, brilliantly executed by Shoojit Sarkar, aided by some absolutely fine performances. SardarUdham, it stirs you, it makes you realize how brutal and how unfair and wrong a lot of things were at that time during the British rule. But, it doesn't look like a vendetta movie. It can affect you. It definitely affected me. Some of the scenes, especially the Jallianwala Bagh massacre scene, is gut-wrenching. It's so brilliantly executed. But, it is an important landmark in the history of Hindi films. And I hope that the success of SardarUdham convinces more Hindi cinema, Hindi filmmakers to make such movies, because, as I said, it's a brilliantly made movie. And, its success is very encouraging that there is still scope for Hindi cinema to do much better than what it has done this year. Undoubtedly, the best Hindi film of the year, and at number 2 in my list is SardarUdham Singh. That leaves me with the final movie, which is the number 1 movie in my list, and it's definitely my favorite movie that I have seen this year, and it's Dilesh Pothan's Joji, starring Fahad Fazil in the lead role. Shyam Pushkaran does a brilliant adaptation of William Shakespeare's Macbeth with absolutely electrifying results. Fahad Fazil, I think, puts in the performance of a lifetime in and as Joji, this troubled individual who lives in a highly dysfunctional and dominating family where he feels cornered and someone with a low self-esteem and troubled at all times. The film has a very strong supporting cast of Basil Joseph, Dilesh Pothan, and some magnificent performances by Babu Raj as Jamun and Unimaya Krishnan as the cold, calculating and deceptive Binsi. That was her character's name. She is superb. But ultimately the movie belongs to Fahad Fazil, and it's his brilliance that takes Joji to an altogether different level. It's difficult in the sense there have been some brilliant adaptations of Macbeth made earlier, such as Veeram and Maqbool, both of which are brilliant movies. But I think Joji towers over them, with its cinematic brilliance, and Fahad Fazil is at the head of it. It's the undisputed numero uno movie in my list of favorite films of 2021. Joji is at number 1. So, well, these were my 20 favorite movies of the year. I haven't seen some important movies, some big movies that have come, especially in December and, maybe last week. Like I'm yet to watch 83, which has been getting rave reviews everywhere. I haven't seen 83, so I couldn't include it in my list. I don't know whether I would or not, but at least I would have seen the movie to make an opinion. I can't. Similarly, there have been a few other movies as well which I haven't seen, hence they have not been in my list. But do let me know some of your favorite movies in the comment section, and in case I have missed them, I will definitely watch them. Thank you once again for being part of this journey of mine for 1 year, and I look forward to many more years of talking about my favorite cinemas, aided by some encouragement and suggestions from all of you. Thank you for watching my channel, and wish all of you a very happy new year in advance. And let's hope 2022 is a better year health-wise for all of us, and we get to see some more brilliant cinema in the new year. That's all for this video, and until the next time, bye for now.